Hi everyone, and welcome to the first two videos. This is the card making video. I also have a real-time coloring video of this little girl. For the card making part, the whole idea behind it is to create a background with die cuts, kind of layer die cuts to build up that background. But first I wanted to show you a small part of the coloring. I'm still trying new things, and right now I am not going to show you the full coloring here. I'm not going to show you this sped up coloring here either. Instead, if you want to see the full coloring, you can go to the real-time coloring video. If you want to see it sped up, there is a thing in the bottom bar of the player over at YouTube where you should be able to speed up this video if you don't want to listen to me, because I would end up sounding like a chipmunk, I believe. So then you just turn off the sound, put on some music and watch it sped up, or listen to me jabber on all about the coloring for this image. So the whole videos for this image are actually part of my feature for the Make It Crafty coloring challenge. The coloring challenge starts today, the 1st of January, and it is coloring skin. So it's a simple, very simple challenge. So really come in, join us, play along. It's a lot of fun, and you're not competing with me. I'm just there for an inspiration. It's just competing with everyone else. Come in, join and play along. And if you are insecure about your skin coloring, Make It Crafty, or Zoe behind Make It Crafty, has YouTube videos on how to color skin. She also have a ebook on how to color skin and how to color faces. And these ebooks are super great. You get a lot of things for those monies, and you usually also get a digital stamp or similar with it, so that you can play along in the with the tutorials in the ebook. And if you have any questions and wondering how it works, you can always go to the Make It Crafty Facebook group and ask your questions, and Zoe or the rest of the DT team, or even all of the people there, can help you to evolve. So if that is something you want to do. For my part of the skin coloring challenge, I have ended up creating a unique skin color for you guys. It's a very dark skin color, and I will talk a lot more about it over at the real-time video, about how I chose the colors, why I chose this specific color combinations, and why dark skin is very hard when you are working with Copics. But this is the coloring part done. I showed you my favorite part, which is her knees. Those are the best knees I ever colored in my whole life. So I'm very proud of those knees. I'm very proud, and it's my favorite part of the whole image. But for more favorite parts of the image, you can find it on the real-time coloring video, which you can find in the description down below at the end of the video, and there should be a little card up in the right corner that you can click on if you want to go there. But now we're going to talk about the card making part. So this is me cutting her out. I always use my scissors. However, you can use, if you have one of those electric cutters, like a Silhouette or a Brother Scan and Cut, you can use that to cut out your image, so you don't have to fiddly cut as I do. However, I love doing that, so that is why I'm doing it. I'm finishing it off with a knife and just cutting out the small little holes that I felt also needed some space. Now for the leaves, I am actually doing backgrounds. I'm using some watercolor cardstock, which is the Canson Monty-Wall, I think like 200 GSM cardstock, and what I'm using my distress inks, different greens. I will have a list in the description down below, all the greens that I used. but I'm actually doing 4 different sheets. So I split this a A4 sheet into 4 pieces, and then I did 4 different pieces with different combinations of different greens and just layering them with small spots to get more of a lively feeling. I wasn't after really dark, I was just after a lot of texture in those leaves, and I got it through playing with the inks this way. Then I'm going to use some of my favorite things, dies. These are these little leaf dies, which I really love, and I haven't written up what they're called. However, they will be in the description down below. And I cut out all of them that were in the set from all of the different 4 sheets, so I have all of these different little leaves. When that is done, I'm going to start with my background. This is also a my favorite things stamp. I'm using some Latte Cardstock with some Latte dye ink, so they actually match perfectly and will kind of give you a little bit like a watermark background without being all sticky like the Versamark is. And I really like that, like it's like a cheesecloth or something texture. Again, link in the description. I'm also using this my favorite thing stamp set, coffee stamp set, which is a layering stamp set. So I'm starting off by stamping the kind of coffee cup, and then I'm picking out all of these little cute ink cubes, which are also my favorite things. They're hybrid inks, and then I'm just stamping that hybrid ink in different colors because I wanted a whole bunch to choose from. I'm not using all of them, but I'm finishing off by cutting them out. There are dies for these, so if you don't like cutting, you can use the dies. And I cut all of them out, and then I started playing along. So I started off by just kind of figuring out how I wanted things to do. I'm actually then just removing everything and starting over, but I did get a feeling on how I wanted to put them there. I also wanted a little sentiment, which I will, again, it's a chocolate ink, I think, on some Latte Cardstock. And here I have a little tip for you. So I'm cutting it out into a little rectangle. When you have one of these cutters, you can just cut the rectangle. Then I'm using a heart punch, and just punching out those edges and making it look like a ticket. So that's my tip for you today. You can use any kind of punches to create things. And that was the kind of idea that I was going after. So I'm using some multimedia matte to adhere all of those little leaves one at a time, kind of building it up. Now I have an image in my head that, okay, I need to get it going out about this much. And then I'm layering in those little coffee cups into my big bush that is behind her. I also making sure that I have some leaves both behind and on top of that little tag to not make it stand out too much, just to make it pop a little bit but still be a little bit hidden. By the way, it's upside down. I'm aware of that. But I liked how the UR went on that border, so I'm letting it be upside down. And I end up using some glue and some foam tape to adhere her on top of that. To finish this card off, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside. And I'm doing some heat emboss stamping with some white embossing powder onto some chocolate cardstock. Which I've made a little card base out of because I thought it would look awesome. I heat emboss that, and then I finish it off by adding one of the leftover little coffee cups together with one of the little leaves. Everything is sped up here. I'm sorry about that, but otherwise this video would be super long because it took a little time to put everything together. But it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun just creating, just playing with stuff. So that's the inside, and to finish everything off I just put my little die cut layer on top of that, and that is the card for today. I hope you liked it. If you do, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. If you have any questions, just comment down below and you find all the details and everything. Do you like this kind of way that I'm making videos now? Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!